to reintroduce you to a term I've used in the past.
I don't like cricket. Oh no.
That, of course, would be cod reggae, which is what the British call the over-polished sellout wannabe version of reggae that's associated with stiffness, lameness, and overall whiteness. It's a disreputable genre, to be sure. Now keep in mind, cod reggae is not necessarily made by white people. It's not even necessarily bad. I mean, I've heard Ace of Base called cod reggae, most of y'all seem to like that. But the point is, quote-unquote, real reggae comes from Caribbean ghettos and is associated with political activism, poverty, and illegal drugs, while cod reggae has its roots in frat houses and is associated with pool parties and Caribbean cruise line ads. I bring it up because one of the bigger hits right now is a big old bowl of cod chowder, complete with syncopated rhythms, steel drums, and the douchiest looking singer this side of Robin Thicke. The song is called Rude, the debut single from a band from Toronto called Magic. No, wait, hold on, I got the name wrong. It's actually all caps magic exclamation point. You know, magic! I guess that would be the polar opposite of lowercase fun period. Now these guys are new, and this is the first song off their debut album, Don't Kill the Magic, haha. Kinda makes me wonder how bad a band has to be that they already have to beg not for death. But though they're new, the lead singer Nasri Atwe has been a behind-the-scenes producer-songwriter for a couple years now, just like Kesha, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. It's like pop singers have to have like a pop internship nowadays. Well, let's see. Did he work on anything I've heard of?
Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Okay, now I'm worried. Okay, you see, this new song, it's a full-on reggae hit, not any of reggae's more modern offsprings, not reggaeton, not dancehall, just honest-to-God original recipe reggae. And white people making reggae can be a disaster. Like, I don't think I've ever mentioned, but I absolutely loathe UB40, the Michael Bolton of Caribbean music. And if there's any band that can match the sheer volume of bad hits in the 80s of Chicago, it's UB40. Screw them. Additionally, white reggae often ends up sounding just like this, minus the sleigh bells. And to make things worse, Magic are, like I said, Canadian. And Canadian reggae does not have a very proud legacy. Yeesh. Well, anyway, this is Magic. Let's see, do they sound any more legit than that? Okay, I can't say that they strike me as a very authentic sounding band, but, you know, I think I'm okay with this. I mean, I'm glad for anything that switches it up every now and then, even if it's a very Bruno Marsian take on the genre. I mean, I like steel drums. As far as Jamaican music made by white people goes, this isn't, you know, the Police or anything. It's not even No Doubt, but, you know, it's respectful enough. Don't gotta reinvent the wheel here. But there are different kinds of reggae, just as much as there's different kinds of rock and rap. What are Magic going for here?
Saturday morning, jumped out of bed and put on my best suit. Got in my car and raced like a jet all the way to you. Knocked on your door with heart in my head to ask you a question.
Well, isn't that romantic? He's gonna pop the question. That's nice. Okay, you see, this is apparently the love song R&B side of reggae called Lovers Rock. Something I really haven't heard of much on the mainstream American charts. I mean, see, we're getting all sorts of new stuff here.
To ask you a question, 'cause I know that you're an old-fashioned man.
And it's remarkably progressive. I can't say I've ever heard of a gay reggae love ballad. That is novel. So, this would be an old-fashioned gay wedding proposal then? Wait.
Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, 'cause I need to.
Oh, okay.
I suffer love with my friend, but the answer is no.
Huh.
Why you gotta be so rude? I'm gonna marry you anyway.
You know, when I heard the song was called Rude, I assumed that was after, like, the Rude Boys, which is what they called the Jamaican street kids who made reggae popular. This is apparently just rude in the generic Stephanie from Full House sense.
How rude! Say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. Double up with my friends.
So he's asking for the father's blessing and he gets shot down. Well, that's interesting at least. It's different. I didn't realize asking a girl's father for her hand was a thing that still happened. Like, you know, there's that weird I'm buying your property element to it that, you know, we don't really, we kind of frown on that nowadays. Like, even in Meet the Parents, I thought it was kind of weird and out of date, and that happened like 14 years ago. Holy God, that was 14 years ago. Well, anyway, I mean, I guess it's not unheard of. I mean, it just stands to reason there are traditional families out there, like especially if you're like old school Italian, I guess. And the lead singer there is, you know, comes from a Palestinian family apparently. Asking for the father's hand is in fact a big deal in Palestinian culture. Todd is shockingly ignorant about other cultures. Please do not take anything he says about them as fact. And you know, I guess even without the weird outdated elements, it's still a nice gesture to do, right? You know, get the parents' blessing, you're gonna be part of the family, and for the dad to just say, no, I don't approve of you, well, that's gotta sting, right? How rude. And you know, he's gonna marry her anyway, so there you go. This is a song about pain and defiance and love conquering all. Isn't that nice? You know, that's nice. This is different, I like it. You know, well, there you go. Have a good day. I'm Todd in the Shadows, and I'm out. Okay, so you know that Rude song I was talking about the other day? Well, absolutely nothing about it works. At all. What the hell is this? Why would you write... Yeah, after thinking about it a little bit, I can't sign off on this song, like, at all. I'm not even sure I'm calling it a bad song. It's definitely an odd song. I mean, you don't get many pop songs nowadays that try to, you know, tell a story, set a scene. But once you introduce a narrative, like even a short one like this, you open yourself up to being criticized for plot holes. And everything about the story being told here just strikes me as a colossal misfire. Okay, I mean, it's not like there's never been a song about this before, especially back in like the 60s and also in country songs where tradition still rules. You know, parent drama, your girl's parents don't approve, and you know, you're not good for her, that kind of thing. Even writing a song about this kind of thing makes you the old-fashioned one, you get me. But I don't think Magic... Okay, that's getting old, let's stop with that. I don't think Magic really get what made those old songs work. I don't even know where to start here, but you know what, let's start with the title. Rude, as in impolite, bad-mannered, uncivil.
Why you gotta be so rude?
See, here's the thing, this disapproving dad, I don't see how he was being rude.
Tough luck, my friend, but the answer is no.
You asked him a direct question, you got a direct answer. Sorry you didn't like what you heard, but you weren't owed a yes, buddy. He wasn't even that harsh about it. It's not like he hooked up your nuts to electrodes or anything. Like, maybe it's a shitty thing to do to your daughter, assuming that she does in fact want to marry him, which, you know, it's kind of a big assumption, but we'll get to that. But if it's just about demanding that the guy like you personally for your sake, well, he doesn't. Sucks to be you, deal with it. It's not like he really made a strong case for himself or anything. Like, usually these songs say something like, you know, I'll be good to her, I'll take care of her, I'll treat her right. But this guy? Nothing. I mean, he put on a suit.
Put on my best suit.
Like, wow, you're wearing a suit. By all means, please, continue banging my daughter. Become a prominent fixture in my life for the rest of my remaining years. I mean, what else can I say here? You got a suit on and everything. And then the prospective son-in-law says, well, you know what? I'm gonna marry her anyway.
I'm gonna marry her anyway.
You know, that is a fair response, right? Marry her anyway. Because goddamn, old man, this was a nicety for your benefit. I want us to have a good relationship if we're gonna be family, but seriously, you realize I don't actually need your permission, right? Me and your daughter are adults, we can do what we want. At least that's the vibe I want to get from this song. But I don't. Like, he says he's only doing it because the dad is old-fashioned, like it's just for the dad's benefit, but he really seems to believe that dad's opinion is the one that really matters here. Like, he seems really caught up in how the dad feels.
Can I have your daughter for the rest of my life? Say yes, cause I need to know.
Like, dude, I hope you're expending this much energy in the actual proposal at the very least. Like, goddamn, you better have like a private yacht and a jumbotron and everything.
Say yes, cause I need to know.
But no, it's like he really is proposing to the dad. And this whole, I'm gonna marry her anyway thing is like the plan Z he came up with just now, just to spite him. Like, I would have accepted your no, but you said it in just such a dick way, so I'm gonna steal your daughter. And I'm gonna egg your house. These songs are usually not sung to the dad, it's usually sung to the girl. Like, you know, I'll love you forever, no matter what your parents think, or I'll prove them wrong. And there's a reason for that. People like their silly love songs. They've been focus grouped and they work. Rude, meanwhile, is not a song about a guy who's trying to keep love alive in a world that's trying to tear them apart. It's a song about one guy sticking it to another guy. The name of the song is Rude, for Christ's sake. If you wanted a love song where the predominant mood is pissiness, well, here's something for you to hum when you think about your one and only. Matter of fact, it's kind of embarrassing how no one involved seems to be thinking very much about the girl in this. It's just, wah, you hurt my feelings. And even as a revenge song, it's kind of limp. Why are you so rude? I've got feelings too, you know. I'm a human being, goddammit. I'm gonna go home and cry. I hope you're happy.
I hate to do this, you leave no choice. Can't live without her.
You see, there. That one half of the line is the only one that indicates that there's a love story involved in this song. Like, after that, he goes on about how happy they're gonna be, but, you know, that's just to shove it in the dad's face that he's stealing his little girl.
You know she's in love with me. She will go everywhere I go.
Maybe they'll be just like, yeah, we'll like come over on weekends and do it in your bed. I'm gonna take pictures of it and send it to you. How you like me now, bitch? And here's the other big problem. Now, usually in these songs, the parents don't like the boyfriend for a reason, and usually it's some kind of class prejudice. Now, they think I can't give you a future because I come from the wrong side of the tracks.
I know your mama, she don't like me, 'cause I play in a rock and roll band.
And the listener thinks, man, that's not fair, that's bullshit. I mean, that was basically the plot of The Notebook. Even Nicholas Sparks is smart enough to know how this is supposed to go. But Magic? Again, nothing. If he just wanted me to feel bad for him, that'd be one thing. But he also wants us to think that he's been treated unfairly, and he just assumes we will. Even though, for all we know, the dad has plenty of good reasons to disapprove. Maybe this guy is abusive. Maybe he is, in fact, a complete loser. Maybe he helped write some of Chris Brown's worst album. All would be completely valid reasons to not give his blessing. And here's what really gets me. I mean, I try not to get on songs for repeating things, you know, repetition is part of pop music. But note that the bridge actually subtly changes each time. The first time it goes like this.
You say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. Suffer luck, my friend, but the answer is no.
But the second time it goes like this.
Suffer luck, my friend, 'cause the answer's still no.
And by the third time that line is this.
Tough luck, my friend, but no still means no.
You know what that means, right? It means that after he got shot down and started being all butthurt, after he says the dad's approval is basically meaningless anyway, after he flaunts his superior power over the daughter, basically out of revenge, he's still asking for the dad's blessing.
Say yes, 'cause I need to know.
That's the case he made. Screw you, old man. I don't need you, but seriously, do I have your blessing or not? I gotta say, if I'm the dad, I'm gonna be thinking at this point, yeah, I am totally right. You don't deserve her, you brain-dead douchebag. Get lost. I'm gonna set my daughter up with a handsome self-made millionaire who's active in charity, and you can go back to working at Home Depot and smoking crack. God. I mean, how stupid do you have to be to make the hero of your story someone who doesn't get that no means no? And who doesn't even accept it when he's told... Christ.